45 cars will take time tonight. And the 8 drivers who are not locked into the Daytona 500, 2 of those spots will be decided tonight, and they will all be among the first 25 cars to take time. Those 25 cars are all teams that were not in the top 20 in owner points last year. The top 20 will run in the final 20 positions, and within those 2 groups there was a random draw for when they would go out. So the top 10 fastest overall advance to the final round to set the front row for the Daytona 500.
Well, we talk about pressure. You heard me say that, and the pressure's right here. The first 2 cars out. Corey Heim, this is a car that has to qualify in, and this is one of them that I have my eye on for sure, Kevin.
Heim's Toyota, first car on the clock tonight. 49-138. 3 Daytona 500 starts last year for Junior Motorsports when he raced his way in.
You can really see from the in-car camera watching his head bobble around like a bobblehead. These cars are tied down. They tie them as maxed down with the shocks and the suspension to keep that splitter in the car as low as possible all the way around the racetrack. Very rigid for the drivers.
And to be honest, it doesn't look as rigid as some of them that we will probably see tonight. But talking to Dale Jr. before this qualifying session, he felt pretty happy with about the speed in their car and felt like they were a little bit better than last year, but we're about to find out.
Allgaier 49-2.
That's not quite a difference.
Not quite a 10th off of Corey Heim. And remember, only 2 of the 8 drivers not locked into the field are going to make it tonight. Kyle Busch, 20 career starts in the Daytona 500, 21 this Sunday. Now driving for Richard Childress Racing. This will be his 4th try for the 500 with RCR, and his first with crew chief Jim Pullman. To your point, yesterday Kyle ran a Legends car down on the quarter mile at Auburndale, Florida in the Masters division and won.
What a lap.
Heim and Allgaier, the 2 drivers right now with the fastest speed among the 8 that have to lock in. And Anthony Alfredo, 15th at a 49.48, has just ensured Corey Heim of racing in Sunday's Daytona 500.
He's such a patient race car driver, and I think that fits the mold to the Daytona 500-mile race. Getting that thing to the end of it, all the attrition, and being in the right place at the wrong time or at the right time. He's just patient and methodical with everything he does.
Misses the top 10 by 2 1/1000ths of a second.
Definitely, not getting the result, that win that we're looking for at these drafting tracks. We know that, but he knocks on the door, and I'm telling you right now, I said there's 3 cars. He's one of them on my list.
Well, he is 4th right now, and with 8 drivers to go, he will likely be in the final round. And all handshakes for Justin Allgaier, because with Corey LaJoie bumped out of the top 10, that means the open drivers that will lock into the Daytona 500 tonight will not have to be decided in the final round.
I really think it shows. Oh, you see that car bottom out and go up the racetrack.
I heard it. Did you hear it?
Yeah, we haven't seen sparks like that out of the back of the race car, but it's a team that really had a lot of questions about last year that you don't have this year. I know Denny's had a lot going on with things off the racetrack with his family and his business, but this guy can block it out no matter the amount of controversy or things happening in his life. When he's sitting right there, he can be the leader of that team. He's got great people around him, a great organization, and they just figure it out.
Keeps climbing, doesn't it? Here we go.
Denny Hamlin's going to move on to the final round, 4th place, 49-10 for Hamlin.
Good job. 4 will transfer.
10 drivers will run for the pole, and 2 will lock into the front row for the Daytona 500. Ryan Preece from Berlin, Connecticut. The 35-year-old former modified champ will start his 7th Daytona 500, coming off the Clash win at Bowman Gray. 49.081 in round 1. If he can equal that, he'll go to the top of the board.
Well, it's been a great start to the year for Ryan and this team, and there's nothing better than momentum And they've obviously brought a great car to the racetrack this weekend, again, with a lot of speed.
You know, almost a car length difference on the Ghost car there. Usually it's just been a bit of fender.
Priest Lightning, 49.061. That is 2 100ths faster than his round 1 time. Started first, finished 4th last year. 49.03 in the first round. If he can back that up, he will be on top of the board. Only the top 2 positions are set tonight. Everybody else will have to find their starting spot in tomorrow night's dual races.
Well, and this qualifying session is lined up in the reverse order of the fastest 10 cars. And, you know, I think as we run, it's not stacking up a lot different than what it was.
Well, without something catastrophic here, Briscoe will be on the front row. Just depends on what slot that's going to be.
Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing looking for their 3rd pole in the 500. So is Joe Gibbs Racing. And Briscoe's on top at 49.02. He is 1.5 hundredths faster.
James
so that
Small
trend continues.
James Small and company definitely have this program figured out. Great job, back-to-back years.
One car to go. 20 years of trying. Well, I've heard that before. All right, Kyle Busch, fastest in round 1. 20 Daytona 500s. Still looking for the checkered flag in the Great American Race. Richard Childress Racing trying for their 7th pole position. They currently are 2nd all-time with 6th. First lap for Kyle, 48.93.
Ooh, not the tint that we saw in that first time. It's going to be a drag race, folks, right down to the end.
He's never started the 500 on the front row. Could this be the year for Kyle Busch?
This would be a big shot in the arm for this race team, the organization.
And there's no better way to get your season directed on the right course than to come down here and do exactly what he looks like he's getting ready to do, and that's qualify on the pole for the Daytona 500.
It was all down that back straightaway, too. Tells me that baby's got some steam under the hood.
It's a rowdy night in Daytona Beach. Kyle Busch
What you want, baby?
is a pole sitter for the Daytona 500.
Way to go, team. Good job. Good job.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports. If you enjoyed what you just watched, well, it's time to bring the action and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel. You can have it all: news, highlights, interviews, and analysis. So go for it.